All right, this is your turn, number 2, and again, the directions say solve using elimination, and there's one that has a repeating decimal. Well, it wasn't number 1, so will it be number 2, or will it be number 3 or 4? I don't know. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start this one. So we're going to solve by elimination. So let's go ahead and number those equations. So I'm going to number this equation 1 and 2. And again, we want to see, maybe it'll work out really nice right away. If I add these together, left side to left side, right side to right side, will something eliminate? Nope. So we got to multiply by something. Again, it doesn't matter which variable we eliminate. However, there is one that's easier. So it's going to be harder to get these two to be the same number because we'd have to either multiply by a fraction or multiply both equations by something, which again, we can do that, but we don't have to. So let's go ahead and eliminate our b variable here. So when we eliminate b, we need these to be the same number but opposite signs. So this is a positive 3b, so I'd really like this to be a negative 3b. So that means we're going to take that top equation and multiply it by negative 3. So we have to multiply everything in both sides by negative 3. So put those parentheses so you remember to distribute. And don't forget to multiply the right side by negative 3 as well. So negative 3 times negative 3a is a positive 9a. And notice, again, I'm writing it right underneath equation number 2 because that's the equation I'm going to end up adding to it. And then negative 3 times a positive b here is a negative 3b. And look, it's already nicely set up for elimination. Equals, and then 11 times negative 3 is negative 33. Okay, I've got those. Now I'm going to add those equations together. This is new equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Those are the two equations I'm going to add together. So when we add them together, we have left side to left side, right side, combining like terms. Again, these were nicely set up for us. So 2a plus 9a is 11a. And then we have 3b plus a negative 3b or 3b minus 3b. That eliminates. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. And then here again, be careful with this minus. It's negative 11 plus a negative 33 or negative 11 minus a positive 33. There's not two negatives here. This negative goes here. So negative 11 plus a negative 33. That's negative 44. So again, got to be careful there because a lot of times I'll have students know how to do this elimination, but they just mess up on the adding and subtracting and the negatives, and that's what throws them all off. They get the whole process, but this will throw you off, so you have to be careful. Okay, so now we have an easy equation to solve. 11a equals negative 44, so divide each side by 11. We get a is equal to, plug it in on the calculator if you don't know, but it's negative 4. All right, that's what a is equal to. So now pick one of the original equations, not your adjusted equation. Pick one of the original equations and solve for b. I'm going to do the top equation because I could get the b by itself really easily. Also, this one was set up nicely for elimination. You could have taken this top equation and solved for b. You could have added 3a to both sides and got b is equal to 3a plus 11 and then substituted that in for b into equation number 2. You could have done that. Okay? But we are solving using elimination. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug it into equation number, I chose number 1. So equation number 1 says negative 3a, but instead of a, we know that that is negative 4. We just solved for it. And then plus b is equal to positive 11. So we just need to solve for b. To isolate that b, we have to do this product first. So negative 3 times negative 4. Positive 12 plus b is equal to 11. And then we're trying to isolate the b, so get rid of that positive 12 there. So we're going to subtract 12. Zeros out on the left side, giving us or leaving us with b on that left side is equal to 11 minus 12 is negative 1. Okay, we've got a, we've got b. Let's check it. We just used equation number 1 to solve for our second variable, so we need to check it in equation number 2. Equation number 2 says 2 times our a, which we know is negative 4, plus 3 times our b, which we know is negative 1. Is that really equal to negative 11? So we're going to confirm that this solution, negative 4, negative 1, works in equation number 2. So we have to add two products. So we have to know the products first. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. adding together. And is negative 8 plus negative 3 negative 11? Yes, it is. So we know we are correct, which means we need to write our final answer. And normally, when we have variables that are not x and y, we write them in alphabetical order. So we'll write negative 4, then negative 1. So negative 4, negative 1 is our final answer. And that's it for your turn number 2.